What's going on everybody? This is your host Manik back with yet another video. And in this one, well, to be honest, there is nothing major, but here we have it. OxygenOS 11.1.6.6 update for the OnePlus Nord. And though this is a minor security patch only, I obviously thought to keep an eye on things like the gaming part and other issues that we had with this device for the past couple of months. Anyways, without any further delay, let's have an in-depth look like always, and let's find out how things look now and if there are any improvements or not. Also, make sure to tap on that subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest videos and content from this channel. Also, if you want to watch this video in Hindi by any chance, here is a link to the BitTech Hindi channel. So there you will find all the latest videos in Hindi language. Now to get this update, simply you can check in system updates in settings after some days or so, as these rollouts do take some time. And if you cannot wait, then Oxygen Updater application is the way to go. The size of OTA is around 320 MB. Okay, now that I'm done installing the update, it's time to compare the benchmark scores first. So on Geekbench in the previous version, the device used to score 600 in single core and 1837 in the multi-core score. And now after the update, the score is 597 in single core and 1824 in the multi-core score. So not a big change, but it seems like the score did fell a few points this time again. Also on Antutu, the score is 3,88,000 points after this update. Now let's come back to the small and meaningful changelog. First up we have the October 21 security patch, which is fine. Apart from that, in the system part we have the usual improved system stability line. But is it really the case? So I checked the overall stability, games like BGMI, camera performance and other stuff. And apart from the above two changes, we have something more. Firstly, the FPS counter is now working fine and is located in the data monitor tab, which was taken away. Though it wasn't mentioned in the changelog, but yeah, it's good to see that, as now we can keep a track of performance while gaming. And on that note, let's talk about any improvements in the gaming section. And now that we have the FPS meter working, kind of hoping that they won't take it away like the last time. So I tried the usual BGMI gameplay, and while I was happy with the above FPS counter, the performance here is just underwhelming. The game here started off just fine in TDM mode and the gameplay was fine, though there were definite frame drops from time to time, but that didn't bother me much. The FPS counter was showing around 55 to 60 FPS, which is good too. But the real pain starts with classic matches. So here the game ran fine initially for like 5 to 6 minutes first, and the FPS was around 54 to 60 FPS, which is mostly on the good side. But as soon as the temperature touched 44 degrees, after like 11 minutes of gaming, the FPS dropped to 48, and even lesser as the time passed, and there was definite lag that could be felt while gaming. After another 5 minutes, the FPS dropped even more, and now the minimum FPS was around 40. So in like 20 minute session, the game went from good to real bad, which is quite disappointing, because in such a short time and even in the cooler ambient temperature, this was the case. So if you're wanting to play BGMI, especially on Android 11, it is still same to bad, I would say. And you should stick to Android 10 or just switch over to custom ROMs, as there are a bunch of them already covered on this channel, and they do better than this. The camera application has also been upgraded to the version 6.0.139, with issues like that discoloration on 2x mode, well, it is still present, and no change basically in anything at all. The battery life is slightly better in the first day that I had with this, and I'll update it in the comment section in case I find some big change. Also, that notification delay is not there, as was the case with the last version. Overall, this update is well fine if you're not someone into gaming, as it didn't create any issues as such and fix the FPS counter. Plus it comes with the latest patch. But if you're by any chance into gaming, then the experience is gonna stay bad for you. So that's pretty much it for now. And if you end up liking this video, make sure you tap on that subscribe button and like this video if it helps you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.